Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Today we're here with one of the weirder rifles that I've had on the show. Oh, that's not a rifle. Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Today we're here with one of the weirder pistols. Not that I don't have weird pistols on here like every other week, but this is the Savage 110 PCS bolt action pistol. At first glance, you're going to notice that this sucker has a left-handed bolt action. Reason for that is so that you can operate the bolt without taking your hand off of the grip. The grips, it takes most standard AR-15 grips. Might have a trouble with the beaver tail style ones right there because it looks like this protrudes straight out instead of curving up a little bit. It runs off of the Savage 110 rifle platform. You'll also notice back here it's got a pick rail for a brace, but we're not doing that right now because we're not too sure on what that law actually is anymore. Currently topped with a Fox Army optic. I'll put a link to that product in the description below. I do earn a commission off any sales from Amazon, so if you check that thing out, maybe I'll get credit for something else you buy. Anywho, this is pretty much comes as you see it, bone stock, minus the optic and minus the front hand stop here to help keep me from putting my hand a little too far forward. Hilarious enough, it does have a front sling mount. Rear QD mount. So what exactly would you want this thing for? So it's a magazine fed bolt action for, you guessed it, hunting. So anyway, great rifle for hunting. I keep calling it a rifle. Great pistol for hunting. This is chambered in 300 blackout. They do come in other calibers. One thing I'm not a fan of is that action's a little noisy. Not sure if that's supposed to sound like that actually, but she is fairly new. It's had a few rounds ran through it. Thank you to Savage Arms for having this pistol on loan for marketing purposes to Otis and also for use on this channel. Also like to thank my sponsor, True Shot, who's providing the ammo for this video. This is Cellular and Bellet 300 blackout Exergy. So this is 110 grain lead-free ammo. I guess our military has moved to 100% lead-free. I have not shot much, if any, lead-free that I'm aware of, but these are, I believe, solid copper. I don't know if you'd ever be able to find out because nobody can read the back of the box. Look at how small those letters are. Holy crap. Anyway, let's get shooting it, and I'll give you some more thoughts on this handgun here. I have not sighted this red dot in. It was bore sighted on another firearm, and I'm hoping that it's somewhere in the ballpark. The ammo's solid copper with a blue tip projectile to help with expansion. This actually loads kind of difficult. It's almost like I haven't loaded a magazine before, but you have to feed them from the front. There's not a lot. It's not very forgiving. You cannot get anything in there, and then it's getting hung up on the front of the brass before I push it in, which is super annoying. I feel like this is not ideal. Anyway, these are the International House of Pancakes magazines. I can't remember what it's called. They're made for precision. I'll look it up quick, and but anyway, it's a different footprint than a standard AR-15 mag. So this here is a bog death grip. It's intended for shooting, 100% intended for shooting. So the death grip's a tripod, very, very good construction. I am a affiliate of Bog, so check the link in the description below. I'll get commission off any purchases you make direct from Bog. They're also available on Amazon, and I'll leave that affiliate link in the description below as well. That's freaking cool. It picks the front end up. helps if I get my finger right on the back of the case on the round before it, but try a couple more. Yeah, I really need to get this on paper. If I was gonna keep this gun around, I would on paper. This optic's coming back off when I send it back here in a minute anyway, so. It has an ambidextrous magazine release, so both sides here, and it's actually one piece, but it passes through to both sides. All right, now I'm getting the hang of this mag loading here. All right, safety's back on. Really? Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, so minor malfunction. I don't know if you can see that. The rounds actually like fell out of the magazine, all crooked in there. Must have been when the bolt drove forward, it pushed the follower down in. So, well, maybe I didn't eject all the way or something. Again, thank you to our friends at Savage Arms and True Shot Ammo for making this video possible. My thoughts on the Savage 110 PCS pistol, bolt action pistol, left hand bolt action, right-handed shooting, left-handed bolt operation pistol. As far as performance on the magazine thing, that kind of threw me off, because if I was in a hunting situation and it might have been a 1 in a million, I don't know, but it definitely the action somehow drove the bullet down into the magazine, pushing the follower. Otherwise, operation was flawless outside of that. If I had taken the time to sight it in, which I did not, I'm sure this thing would be a tack driver at distance. I was able to hit somewhat consistently without my optic dialed in. But if I have time this weekend, you might see some more footage where it's actually sighted in. But I doubt I'm going to want to re-record my outro. I do like the left-handed bolt on this gun. It makes a lot of sense. That's something I thought I would hate and not understand. The grip is nice, rubberized texture. Trigger's fantastic. I usually don't talk about triggers, but this is, I believe it's the Savage. I'm gonna go with AccuTrigger. If I'm wrong, I'll trim it out. But the Savage trigger that they have on this is fantastic. So for our practical score, not practical at all, not even a little bit. It's a very heavy gun. I keep calling it a rifle because it really feels and acts like a rifle outside of the fact you're holding it like a handgun. Once it's in something like a bog death grip there, it's a very stable hunting feature. So maybe we can get some long range stuff, dial this thing in really quick on Saturday here and see if we can hit something at distance. Put text on the screen or something to show you what's going on there. But I feel like this could be a long distance tack driver. When I say long distance, I'm thinking up to 300, maybe further. It does have a fairly short barrel here. Barrel is threaded, can accept a suppressor. We actually ran it suppressed at Otis a few weeks ago. That was kind of fun. 300 blackout suppressed hand cannon. Again, like if you wanted to operate it like a rifle, you could have a folding stock on here and throw it in your bag. If you were hunting, backpack hunting, and you're traveling far and you're considering every ounce of weight you carry, that might be a great option versus carrying a full-size long rifle. Finally, Coolness factor. This thing's cool, isn't it? I mean, I would give it a 4 out of 5. I'm not going to go any higher than 4 because maybe a 3 out of 5. Let's go 3 out of 5. It's not semi-automatic. It is bolt action. Looks cool, feels cool, shoots cool. It's definitely something that would catch your attention walking through the gun aisle. Definitely would get somebody's attention looking in your safe. It's just different, and different is cool. So we're going to give this a 3.5 on the coolness factor. Loving it. Thanks for watching. I'm Jared. If you found this video useful, helpful, or interesting, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe.